we will make room for two of the goodwill messages. We'll invite the president of the University Teachers Association of Ghana to give his goodwill message, to represent the goodwill messages from the local scene, and we'll take one from the international scene.
His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the Asantehene, Chairman and members of the University Governing Council, all protocols duly observed. On behalf of the Executive Committee and the entire members of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, of the Akenten Apiaminka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development, I wish to congratulate you, Professor Frederick Kwakusafo, on this occasion of your investiture as the first Vice Chancellor of AAMUSTED. It is a great joy and honor to the UTAG fraternity and all associated with teaching and learning in higher education institutions to know that a loyal member of UTAG, who has for over 2 decades made significant contributions to the development of university education in Ghana, both as a lecturer and as an administrator, is being inducted into office as the first Vice Chancellor of AAMUSTED to continue to advance university education and the welfare of the university teacher in Ghana. Your impactful contribution to infrastructure development, sustainable academic excellence, and the welfare of the university teacher within the last couple of years when you assumed office as the Vice Chancellor of AAMUSTED confirmed what we already knew, that you are a visionary leader and an astute university administrator. You are a shining example of what a dedicated university lecturer and administrator should be. Today, as you take the oath of the high office of Vice Chancellor of AAMUSTED, we, the members of University Teachers Association of Ghana, AAMUSTED, wish to encourage you to dedicate your leadership and good office to the pursuit of inclusive academic excellence and staff development. We wish to pledge our unwavering support to you and to further assure you of our cooperation and readiness to deploy the varied academic and professional expertise of UTAG in support of your administration. We wish you great success, abundant wisdom, good health, and the grace of God to continue with the commitment to promote TVET and entrepreneurial education in Ghana, and ultimately to achieve the mandate of our beloved AAMUSTED. Once again, we, the members of University Teachers Association of Ghana, AAMUSTED, say Aiko to you, Professor Frederick Kwakusafo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, UTAG. You will agree with me that Professor Safo, from his profile, is very visible internationally, and for a program like this, we couldn't have gone through it without an international representation. At this point in time, Chairman of the University Council, I have your kind permission to invite Professor Jean Allen. He has come all the way from the Catholic University of Louvain, Belgium, to give us a short goodwill message. Prof, you are welcome.
Royal Highness, Excellencies, Chairman, members of the Council, esteemed colleagues, family members and friends, students, and of course, dear Professor Dr. Frederik Sarfo. It was in the beginning of October 2002 that Frederik Kwaku Sarfo, later commonly known as Sarfo, arrived at the Center of Instructional Psychology and Technology of the KU Leuven. It was the start of an intensive journey towards a PhD of the KU Leuven, awarded only 3 years later, on December 19, 2005. With the support of a bursary, let's admit, a small bursary from the British Research Council. During the journey, there was, of course, academic work. Needless to say that Sarfo worked hard, very hard, while in the first year strong foundations were laid out for challenging empirical work. The second year was devoted to field work in technical schools in Ghana, during which for the very first time the effects of learning environments with and without ICT and designed in line with the 4 components instructional design model were investigated. Moreover, and also for the first time, the research studied the moderating effect of so-called instructional conceptions. The third and final year was devoted to publishing, finalizing the dissertation, and preparing for the defense. As said, on December 19, 2005, Sarfo successfully defended his dissertation. At the KU Leuven, the successful preparation of a dissertation regularly takes at least 4 years. Sarfo did so in 3. His academic work got published in very high-ranking journals, such as Learning Environments Research, and especially one of the most recognized journals, Instructional Science. He eagerly presented his work during international conferences, such as the Early Conference in Cyprus, ACT Conference in Florida. He loved these events, as they, to some extent, satisfied his academic hunger and enabled him to reach out to the larger educational research community. It all makes him a great scholar, who also after this defense did not stop to engage in research, in publishing, and in convincing people about the importance of educational research. And while all of this is rather remarkable, allow me to share a few observations that over time have deeply impressed me, my colleagues at the Center of Instructional Psychology and Technology, as well as the broader international educational research community. A first element pertains to his academic dedication. While having to work in at least financially harsh circumstances, while having lost his mother at the start of the dissertation journey, while having been deprived from family and friends during his stay in Leuven, Sarfo never lost focus. He had been granted an opportunity and he wanted to make most of it, resulting in in-depth discussions, attendance of workshops and trainings, studying manuals, courses and tools to be able to do the research. He wanted to deliver a dissertation, not simply as a proof of intellectual strength, but as an original contribution to educational research. So he did. Sarfo's academic dedication did not result in purely solitary work. He also engaged in friendly relationships, was interested in others' work, in what happened in Leuven, in Belgium. He helped wherever he could, also when this involved getting dirty hands while planting trees. Sarfo knew everybody, and everybody knew Sarfo. Everybody knew Sarfo, be it at the university, in the student restaurant, or on the street. He knew where in Antwerp to buy African textiles, and where to invite us for fine Ghana-style dining in Brussels. But perhaps most importantly, we all were impressed by his endurance and his sense of responsibility. While other students from Ghana sometimes considered to look for a job in Belgium or Europe, Sarfo was disappointed to see that happen. He could hardly understand the inequalities between the rich North and the struggling South. He was keen to return to Ghana, to Ashanti region, to Kumasi. He wanted to make a difference. He was grateful for the opportunity granted to him and was convinced it came along with the responsibility to serve his country. Being able to foster Ghana motivated him to do all the hard work, to endure frustrating conversations with border control officers on his way to conferences, to engage in hospitality whenever possible, as well as to accept the wet and cold weather in Leuven. Nearly 20 years later, I am privileged to attend this investiture ceremony for Frederick Kwaku Sarfo as the first Vice-Chancellor of AAMUSTED. There is no doubt whatsoever that he will bring great things to this newly established university. Dear Sarfo, it was an honor and a privilege to be the supervisor of your dissertation. Dear Professor Frederick Kwaku Sarfo, it is and will be an honor and a privilege to support you to the best of my capabilities as the Vice-Chancellor of AAMUSTED.
Thank you very much for that encouraging and inspiration testimony about the first Vice-Chancellor. Thank you. We will take a short musical interlude. So, Chairman of the University Council, I have your kind permission to invite Mr. Osei Kwame Kranchi to give us an interlude of music.
No bambo, I said, dear, that was your no resopa. Madame, I'm your serious dear. Media Quabama Bamo open so. Bien santé quoi ta quoi yene I want to buy you ka bia uma so Sinibu sa chanya sinu so da bia kwadi ani nsam Nana mo akwa boburu Akunno ne ntra mo hyema mamu nyina kwaba na megyina ha masam yetietia na masia de bi you can come a person and the man I want to say. Yeah, we are any pound. And I'm only a wood to be any passion. With your son, point dinner. That man, you young for be dinner, that's so. In you, my pa. I want farmer. And continue. Affordable. Our young man, meant. Well, and so what he has. And then he can't find him. The see a she announced. I said, me, John, my man, you're young for Bintinam. Why? Say, I'm penning for Canada. Say, if you are not happening anymore, if you're no your fear, penning, I will fear ya. Say, assembly is not body, sir. And the phone poor penny one more. I tears your point here. Nay, done anything. I was seeing your so for. Now, only a very more. My man, you're young for being in Sacano. If it's a as your point is a year. Any pabia, man, sending no. Any pabia when you met there. Any pabia was your own. Now, about Daya. Now, I really want to quadia. Said, yeah, in Chima. Sandy Pano near here, no. You could pay Jamas. He bet you by only we didn't essay. Is that dear? I'm a child. I didn't condemn a bread, dear, and see it to be true. I see. Son, you're young for your American answer me. And no matter anymore. And I need to know about money. Yeah, say, I can't profit the profile. I just say, it's your crowd when you be no more. Opening, go be for fear and a banana. And no queer, do much a queer. I want to buy. I no more money a peja, no, yeah, sir. I'm not no more than for. A friend is saying, Professor Frederick Kokusafo. Koku can tanka. You boost last when you're here. Dear Cassia, and you know what's here, Koku. Miss Abra, is there a brand new sir? Any power you mad thing to me, say, I'm a man. Uncle, who are the film? When you watch it with Fibam, I do my dear man way. Any papa and a sir, because I want no corner so any. And so, Miss Row, assembly near Mante. When you be a Mante, assembly when I see a car. I've been home in. And the man so charmed. Just as I was turned upon one answer when you watch your baby, I will call you. I mean, the man some I call you. Any pamian in your swan, you Yamana. I am a man for quadrille. Maybe I'm sure that it's a castle registrar. Nature said, as you are going to share, I don't want to cheer. When I do a bam, when you uncle Pong come, one shower. University, I was gonna hang university. Your woman says, I didn't know I change. Now, money, mother crow. And no, my bayano. A bell which has a door sondodo. A bit UG, University of Ghana. By the no besha safely, I can appear, Minka, University, now what was workers. Into Maria, a second chairman and Gasabium, I'm a stresser. I am son, you may dear. Mama, I don't want to son soon come. Every say, and carry your hand on me throw, don't for an enemy. I jaw your name is Sir. I didn't have another chair, me, and sending you may have one year from ma. I may be asking with us and sending you more. And the other church of mine. To my headmasters and headmistress, and you are bomb music in here. We are both. Any pants who we are at Tornum. Ya wabo frya tonum ya waria ya tonum play mo cry nyum so what srobi ntemesra say ya wa aba nyum to no away eno ma ya wono asantema mu ya makoma akudun kono ene ya ja to aguo na Mozart de piano ne ebo ya wo we makoma akon edun kono seprewa benta sodium korgo Gonji and Tahra, Druja, Atentaben, Sraka, Asratoa, Adenkum, Densium, Prempensiwa, Jomuro, and the Kakao. That two some men in a goo, and then what I church in the mountain swore, Nana Sawaba, Children to Foniasa. And the mamma and Nana Beshra, maybe I'm saying, I can't move baby.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Your advice is carefully noted, but we want to assure you that we don't toy with music and performances in this university. Those who are doing the performances, the cultural troupe is Asante Students Union of our university. Asante Students Union of our university. The brass band behind you is a university brass band group. And so we have noted your piece of advice, and we will work hard even to do more. Thank you too for that splendid performance. Chairman of the University Council, we have come to a very high point of this congregation. I would at this point in time respectfully would want to invite Professor Frederick Kusafo to address this august assembly. Professor Safo, you are welcome.
Thank you, my registrar. Your Royal Majesty, the 2-4 to the second, that's something Otiko Consul, Honorable Deputy Minister of Education, in charge of Tibet, Mrs. Gifty Ampofu, Honorable Minister of Education and other ministers of states, Acting Deputy of GTEC, Acting Deputy of Tibet Services, Member of Parliament for Kadasu constituency, and other MPs present. Acting Regional Director, Tibet Services, Chief Executive Officer of the Kadasu Municipal Assembly, Chairman and members of the University Council, Vice Chancellors, registrars, and finance directors from the sister universities, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Registrar, Deans and Directors, Heads of Department, Alumni of the University, colleague communication members, senior and junior staff, my dear students of Akenton Apiamenkan University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development, AAMUSTED, distinguished invited guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a deep TVET and Entrepreneurial Development Teacher Education University. This undertaking is both a mark of career accomplishment and a highest call to duty in university administration. His Royal Majesty, Honorable Minister of Education, the Asante Hene and others, I have a tall list of individuals and groups that I have to appreciate for their invaluable contribution to the building of this important institution and for my personal development. First of all, I acknowledge the tireless efforts that individuals, societies, and groups make towards the establishment of this university. There is no doubt that August 27, 2020 was a historic day for the university community, the people of Asante-Man and Ghana in general. That was the day the king of the Asante Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the chief and the good people of Asante-Man and the entire university community had waited for. His Royal Majesty, the Asante Hene, in his speech during the first congregation of the erstwhile College of Technology Education, Kumasi Kotech, of the University of Education, UNIVA, GW, on Saturday, 10th December 2004, advocated the upgrade of then Kotech and the College of Agriculture Education, Garuk, Asante Mampong, into an autonomous teacher education university. We are happy the Nana Addo-led administration took the courageous and historic step to grant autonomy to Kotech and Garuk as envisaged by Otumfuo some 18 years ago. I wish to thank the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for establishing this university with a mandate to facilitate the implementation of his TVET entrepreneurship and industrialization agenda for economic development. We are equally grateful again to His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Otikokoso, for his vision and commitment to bring the autonomy of Kotech and Garuk into reality. He has been with us throughout our struggle for autonomy, and his general support come to us in diverse ways. Nana, management shall continue to draw from your far-reaching connection to help our development. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Let me also single out for praise former Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Opoku Prempeh, and his Deputy Minister, then Dr. Yao Osei Aducho, the current Minister of Education. And then another Deputy Minister, Mrs. Gifty Ampofo. That time he was also a Deputy Minister. At the moment he's still a Deputy Minister, for their relentless effort in ensuring the realization of the autonomy dream. We further thank the Ashanti Regional Minister, Honorable Majority Leader of Parliament, the Parliament Select Committee on Education, Honorable Members of Parliament, past MPs, and the present MP of Kadasu Constituency. He's here with us, Professor Kingsley Nyako. Professor Salifu and Dr. Fred J. Asamoah, Director Generals of GTEC and CTVET, respectively, thanks very much. We further wish to express gratitude to Nana Atumahene and other traditional leaders who supported our efforts. The role played by the management and staff for UW is also duly acknowledged. We thank all the individuals and groups who were instrumental in the processes which led to the autonomy of COTEC and GAGIC. Ladies and gentlemen, my appointment as the first Vice-Chancellor of AAMUSTED comes to me as the Governing Council's vote of confidence in my abilities. I am sincerely grateful to the University Council for its confidence in me. Before the conversion and upgrade of the then COTEC and GAGIC of UW to AAMUSTED, we had several principals who steered affairs of COTEC and GAGIC. Those great men, including Professors Steve Soboti and Renos Okan, both of blessed memory. Their souls rest in perfect peace. Professors Ewa, Dapa, Chian, Podo, Professor Floru, and Keja Ajman, they contributed immensely to the development of the colleges and took giant steps towards our autonomy. Professor Dapa, Professor Floru, you are here to support us. Thank you so much. I had the privilege of working with or under each of them to study their best ways of managing their respective colleges. We thank all of you. We also thank the past Vice-Chancellors of UW, Professors Anama Mensah, Asabra Meyao, and Afubulu, as well as the current Vice-Chancellor, Professor Manto Aboke. He's not here at the moment, but his Pro-Vice-Chancellor is here to support us. We thank you all. Professor Abeka, we thank you so much. I love my heart for astute and experienced administrators, registrars, such as Nana Benfiad Macron, Mr. Kwaku Kunadu, Dr. Hiniba Adeni Mwatin, Mr. Michael Kufiadu, Dr. Akwa Mensah, Mr. Ose Berima, and my own Yaprekon, who is the registrar of KN University. Thank you so much. Yao. I thank them for their guidances and all services. I also want to thank Professor Obuo, Professor Anama Mensah again, and Professor Jan Ellen for their good mentorship and continual support. Professor Jan Ellen has traveled all the way from Belgium to come and support us. This clearly demonstrates his loyalty and continual support. Prof, thank you very much. Fellow convocation members, senior and junior staff, and students, thank you for your love, support, and encouragement. Miss Mary Nimo, my wife, in whom I'm well pleased. You are wonderful. As for you, you have known it and experienced it all with me. That's far the Lord has brought us. My dear Mary, thank you very much. Our children have also paid their due. Roger, Lini, and Makio. Others include Lawyer Tuahene, Ko, Matilda, Sister Solo, and many others. I cannot mention them. I thank you all. As I've said, the list of those I own appreciation and special recognition is endless. From the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, Ministry of Education, GTEC, Ghana Tibet Service, your rep is here with us, Gallant retired staff, student leaders and students, alumni, etc. To my brothers, Mr. Ade Tuahene, Mr. Robert Donko, Mr. Tribua, thank you so much for your wonderfulness. Thank you so much for being there for me, always. May God bless you. My sisters, uncles, nephews, nieces, most of them are here with us, and other extended family members, former Chief of Staff, Mr. Kodun Piani, Esu, Nana Bipwahene, Nane Jame, and many others. Classmates from different levels, my friends, my teachers, lecturers, professors, my church, the SDA, please accept my sincerest gratitude. God bless you. That said, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly emphasize that my honest understanding of this elevation is a call to serve God, the country, and humanity. To successfully push forward the frontiers of this university will require the collective effort of all. I count on all of you to continue supporting me to achieve success. Remember that always it is good to do good. Conditions at the birth of AAMUSTED. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, AAMUSTED is a little over 2 years old. It is obvious that the period of our birth had seen one of the most challenging times a country like other nations has ever experienced. The university leadership, however, has been resilient and adaptive. We have applied ourselves as diligently as possible, knocking on doors, adjusting, readjusting, cooling and pushing, all in our determination to keep AAMUSTED afloat. As it was said by Martin Luther King Jr., run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. By all means, keep moving. Don't stand there and fold your arms. I am happy to announce that thus far, AAMUSTED has proven itself a survivor on all the fronts imaginable. The university is gradually breaking ground with the support of the council members, management, and the staff, and fast gaining a good reputation in the public university space of the country. I heard my council chair say that I know the history of the university. Let me share the little that I know with you. Ladies and gentlemen, as it may be well known to all of us already, AAMUSTED is the amalgamation of the erstwhile Tech and Garlic of UW. The government carved them a way to establish AAMUSTED per Act 1026 of 2020 as part of the grand plan to encourage job creation and industrialization of the country. Before then, Tech was already the basin for TVET and traced its foundation to 1963 when it was established as Technical Training Center. It became a Technical Teachers Training College, TTC, in 1967, and again upgraded to the Kumasi Advanced Technical Teachers College, KATTC, in 1978, and eventually as one of the 7 diploma awarding institutions amalgamated in 1992 to form the University College of Education of Winnipeg, ISIU, affiliated to University of Cape Coast, per a PNDC law 322. Similarly, the Asante Mampong campus has also played its role as a teacher training college specializing in agricultural teacher education since the 1960s. It was also one of the amalgamated diploma awarding institutions. This tells us that AAMUSTED and UW started at the same level as diploma awarding institution. The university has always been a faithful frontline player in the discharge of TVET and teacher education since 1960s. Only that now it has elevated to a full-fledged autonomous university with the following aims: provide higher education in technical, vocational, and entrepreneurial training to develop skilled manpower for job creation and economic development. Train and provide teachers with the relevant competence for teaching in TVET institutions. Train and provide teachers with the relevant competency for teaching entrepreneurial development. I will explain this further. And then finally, develop strong linkages between the university and industry and the community. His Royal Majesty, Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, UNESCO defines TVET as the aspect of the educational process involving, in addition to general education, the study of technologies and related sciences, and then acquisition of practical skills, attitudes, understanding, and knowledge relating to occupations in various sectors, according to the MYND 2011. TVET is an integral part of general education, a means of preparing for occupational sectors and for effective participation in the world of work, and an aspect of lifelong learning and preparation for responsible citizen. These definitions are endorsed in Ghana tertiary education policies published in 2019. And these definitions indeed are the epitome of TVET. But it is important to note that TVET programs vary from country to country. Quality TVET results from its proper contextualization to reflect the specific socioeconomic requirement of a particular country. Therefore, programs like nursing, medicine, communication, music and art, etc., could be considered as TVET if a country will require that to address its specific needs. To that end, I wish to encourage CTVET, GTVET service, and relevant regulatory bodies to contextualize TVET very, very well to our needs. That may even help to clear the unfortunate situation where some people still view TVET as a poorer cousin of general or traditional education, and for that matter, wrongly perceive TVET as the preserve of the unintelligent in sharp contrast to the standard of intelligence postulated by educational psychologists. His Royal Majesty, with your permission, let me share something little with you on intelligence. Educational psychologists describe intelligence as global capacity for individuals to behave purposefully, think rationally, and deal effectively with the problem of his or her own environment. Again, intelligence can be defined as abilities that make us creative and innovative. Those of you who want to know more about it, you can read on Gardner, 1983. Gardner came out with 9 types of intelligence. Let me refer you to that of kinesthetic intelligence, music intelligence, and visual intelligence. So if you say that TVET students are unintelligent, what are you talking about? Therefore, programs like I've said, medicine, if you want, you can say that it is a TVET program. In line with this understanding of intelligence, if a person can use his or her mind and hands to create things to meet societal needs, with your permission, tell me, is that person not considered as intelligent? Our electricians, plumbers, seamstresses, tailors, mechanics, and caterers are always solving real societal problems. Do we want to look at them as unintelligent? How can we look at people who are able to use their mind, their motor skills, and their heart to build skyscrapers, use bamboo to make bicycles, repair and build houses, machines, electronic gadgets, and automobiles, and want to think that such people are unintelligent? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to assure you that AAMUSTED is training TVET teachers to go and teach students to use their mind, motor skills, and heart to repair and produce things that will reduce our discomfort. You are there, dear Shea and Sabo. Mamma Bankers here, Munyamu Habi. And he said, Yentity at church for no more coaches and no more chair after Friday, no munyan in dear so con. Ya, dear Juma, oh, a Juma who. Nindia son con, ya yedi ye a diabetes a baby 80 me. Won't you tidy as she say? Yet it will munya Nindia son con, ya on bet me dear CC and Fidie, on bet me the annual Fidie, na Ghana a fan into my fry. This is what is reflected in our logo. We are saying that Nindia, any san Dumashiatre, Emampuntu. I dare say that there is no clear difference between science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, and then TVET. As a nation, we should work seriously against the tendency to underestimate Tibet and STEM. AAMUSTED is committed to equipping people with the science, art, and craft of teaching Tibet because we are confident that the country could achieve quality Tibet only when there are quality Tibet teachers. I'm also humbly suggesting that we should begin to think seriously to teach Tibet and STEM in the language that the student understands. We have extensive research to support this. Let me share a few with you, because when you look at the principles and learning theories of sociocultural and cognitive learning, they indicate that teaching Tibet and STEM in the mother tongue is of critical importance. As far back in 1960, Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah organized 7 days workshop on vocational and technical education. He invited a professor from Canada called Professor Ferry. Professor Ferry strongly emphasized that if you want to enjoy the benefit of Tibet in Ghana, we should teach Tibet in the language that the student understands. Now, what has made our name more attractive? I'm talking of entrepreneurial development. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I think about the well-acclaimed entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and others like our own despite, Dr. Ofori Sapon, Kesberg, Joss Pond, Executive Chairman of Zoom Lion Company, and our father, our uncle, our everything, the late Akenten Apia Menkan. And I wonder how they got such entrepreneurial acumen. Was it divine, inborn, experience, or learned? I'm here to come to a firm conclusion on that. However, it gladdens my heart that extensive evidence exists in the literature that entrepreneurial skills are taught, learned, retained, and applied. Quality entrepreneurship education and training help people to acquire knowledge, skills, and flexibility to create their own enterprises and business successfully. In addition, a person with an entrepreneurial mindset will bring innovation to workplace and improve the quality of products and services. This is sometimes referred to as intrapreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, dwumadi a yɛde ahyɛ nsa no ɛne sɛ yɛntete akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ na wɔn nso nkɔkyerɛ afoforɔ na wɔn nya nimdeɛ sonko a ebetumi ama wɔn abie wɔn adwuma wɔn nya nimdeɛ sonko a ɛde nsakraeɛ a mpuntuo wɔ mu ɛbɛba baabi a wɔn yɛ adwuma. The lack of entrepreneurial spirit among the youth, as indicated by some of our interviewees during the needs assessment exercise conducted by AAMUSTED, is preventing most of the people from creating their own business. For this reason, Honorable Minister of Education, I wish to suggest that the country must consider introducing entrepreneurial literacy in the entirety of the educational system. If possible, from the basic school through university. Our Tibet and STEM education will be fully productive if we integrate entrepreneurship into the curriculum. To that extent, we are grateful to the Nana Abudankwa government and the Parliament for establishing AAMUSTED to train teachers to teach entrepreneurial development in the institutions. We see it as a strong move by the government to promote entrepreneurial literacy in the Ghanaian educational system. AAMUSTED is thus at the heart of the nation's development. We recognize this crucial position and we know we can neither disappoint nor fail. Our vision. As the Foundation Vice Chancellor, I know the enormity of the responsibility, and we cannot fail even the prevailing conditions are far from rosy. Armed with this understanding, we have established appropriate structures, taking our mandate in our strides and fashioned out well-calculated steps to achieve a vision. Our vision is to be a socially responsible, world-class, TVET and entrepreneurial development teacher education university. His Royal Majesty, Honorable Minister, I am happy to inform you that in our efforts to position the university strategically to achieve its mandate and to promote the government's TVET entrepreneurship and industrialization transformation agenda, management of AAMUSTED, supported by the Council, embarked on the national and internal university-based comprehensive needs assessment to inform our decisions and actions towards an execution of the university's mandate to meet the needs of the society. Now, our corporate strategic plan. In line with the results of the needs assessment and under the guidance of the Ministry of Education, as well as our burning determination to achieve our mandate, we are developing a 5-year corporate strategic plan to strategically guide the university transformation. The final draft is ready for Council's constitution and approval. Our strategic plan shall be under the following themes: excellent teaching and learning in TVET and entrepreneurial education, innovative and demand-driven research, staff development and welfare, infrastructure development, partnerships and sustainable resource mobilization, quality assurance, branding and visibility, and gender equity, social inclusiveness, and diversity. Some achievements made. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have focused our initial energies to build a very strong foundation for making AAMUSTED stable, visible, competitive, and attractive towards the achievement of our mandate. So far, with the support of the Governing Council, we have made some modest accomplishments as follows. We have acquired and secured all legal documents of the university land as developed, and a master plan for future and effective use of the land resources. We have developed a number of strategic policy documents, as said by my council chair, to guide the operations of the university. We have embarked on fundraising exercises to support teaching, learning, research, and development activities of the university. We have constructed a 1,500-seater lecture block to augment our classroom facilities, and a 4-story Opokuwari, the second hall of resident extension block, to expand residential accommodation. In addition, we are constructing an ultramodern entrepreneurship and business incubation center to energize, empower, direct, and support business creation, invention, and innovation among students. This is 85% complete. It is just We are also constructing 3,500 capacity lecture block, which is also 75% complete. We are budgeted to commence construction of mini sport complex. At our Santimampong campus, 1,000 capacity lecture block and a modern avatar with lecture rooms and offices have been completed, with plans afoot to begin the construction of modern laboratories to promote agro-processing in the university and faculty block to augment classroom and office facilities. I'm happy to say that all these infrastructure developments have been made possible through the judicious use of our media internally generated funds. Management of AAMUSTED has improved internet access through Wi-Fi connectivity at several locations on campus to facilitate teaching, learning, research, and administrative processes. Currently, we have developed 78 new programs related to TVET, agriculture TVET, entrepreneurial education, and other programs in consultation with major stakeholders, more importantly, the industries, and then CTVET. 16 of the programs are fully accredited. The rest are at various stages in the accreditation processes. We are continuously training and motivating our staff to use CBT methodology in their delivery. We have worked hard to improve student internship program, workplace experience learning, supported teaching in schools, and industrial attachment. These are the activities that make our training more practical. The university has recorded consistent increases in its student numbers since becoming autonomous in 2020. Before the autonomy, our regular student population was 17,639. As I speak, the number has risen over a few years to 26,517. We have strengthened our collaborations and partnership with about 30 local institutions and companies and about 15 international institutions and companies. Some of the local partnerships include the African Environment Sanitation Consult, the research and consulting arm of the Jospon Group of companies, to collaborate on research and projects to bridge the gap between industry and academia. And then it is very important to let you know that we have developed strong collaboration and partnership with almost all the technical universities in Ghana. 1 month ago, the Vice Chancellor of Kumasi Technical University and its management had very important meeting with Akentem Apia Minkan University of Skill Training and Entrepreneurial Development Management to come up with ways of both institutions to team together to work assiduously towards the achievement of the aims of the vision of the both universities. Vice Chancellor, thank you very much. He's here with us. Some of the international partners include German International Development Agency, GIZ, which is offering a 900,000 euros grant to AAMUSTED to support the transformation of the best system in Ghana. AAMUSTED is also partnering with Lingnan University, Hong Kong. As I speak, some of our PhD students have received sponsorship for a 6-month research stay at Lingnan University. 3 other PhD students will be going to Lingnan early next year for research stay. We are building a strong alumni relations systems. The university is further working in close collaboration with its catchment communities. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to inform you that this afternoon we will have our first graduation ceremony. Others will be shared with you later on. Let me move on to the challenges. His Royal Majesty, Honorable Minister, notwithstanding our modest strides in building a strong foundation for AAMUSTED, the university faces many challenges. With a student population of more than 26,000, we are unable to accommodate even 5% of them on each campus. We need more student residential accommodation, more classrooms, workshops, and laboratories with modern tools and equipment to cope with the increasing number of students. Again, with our increasing student population, as my council chair has said, our staff-student ratio currently stands at 1:118 against the standard of GTEC, which is 1:27. Our situation is far worse when we compare ourselves to other sister universities. Honorable Minister, the 3,000 capacity convention center Get Fund project has been abandoned for over a decade now, as was mentioned again by our council chairman. We have even received assurances that necessary is underway to complete the project. We appeal to the president through you to kindly chip in a word for us to, so that the project could be completed without further delay. Others again will be shared with you later on. In the face of these challenges, we call on government, His Royal Majesty, the Asante Hene, the Namampohin, and all public-spirited individuals and organizations to come and support AAMUSTED. His Royal Majesty, Honorable Minister of Education, my administration is working tirelessly to develop the university holistically. My team and I are fully committed to giving our all to ensure the university reaches its expected end. As I pledge to you, His Royal Majesty, Sir President, on behalf of the entire university, I wish to draw the attention of my colleagues to critical development stage where AAMUSTED finds itself. I earnestly appeal to you to come aboard to build AAMUSTED into a formidable force. We have a duty to Mother Ghana to help fight this unemployment squad that bedevils her. The success of AAMUSTED will be crucial in this regard. The time to rise for counting in the history of AAMUSTED is now. In our little corners, let us shine to make the university strong. God bless AAMUSTED, and thank you all for your patience.